what I like to tell people is, look at what is that one thing that is the most concerning for you, then reverse engineer it. And what's that one thing that you can do today that will make the biggest amount of difference? It could be breathing, or it could be something. Okay. Then see how feasible it is for you to do it once or twice a day. Can you do like a 1 minute breath work? You don't have to do a 10-minute breath work. You can do a 5-minute breath work, or can you do a 4-minute breath work? And as you take that first step, just stick with it. Like you said, small changes every day, incrementality. That is how most of the successful people around the world as well, like, they just have better systems. It's not about motivation. It's not about willpower. It's not about all those things, because after a certain point, it goes away. It's about algorithms. If this, then that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I'm stressed, I'm going to take a minute of break.
I think it also, as a coach, exactly what you're saying about, so you talk about like re-engineering it or working back. So I always talk about working backwards from the objective, what you want to achieve, and then working backwards from there. But I think here, what I would say as a coach is, when you do make those small steps, exactly, when you do too many things, you get overwhelmed and you'll stop doing it. You'll have tons of external motivation because you see that it works, like for somebody else, but internally you will not have it whatsoever. So you'll have that mismatch. But then in addition to that, you'll be overwhelmed and you won't do it. But at the same time, when you do something and you ask yourself, which is a great tip, everyone, ask yourself, what do you think you'll actually be able to achieve? And then when you do it, if you don't do it to some kind of weird construct of perfection that either society has told you or you have given yourself, give yourself grace. This is where I would say, like, if it didn't work out today, try it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think that's no big deal, right? But I think that we give it a lot. We give a lot of pressure to ourselves that we have to be doing this, this, and this. And if we don't do it, then we failed, or it has failed us, right? Either one of the two things. So I think that's a really important part.
Yeah, because we're trying to live other people's lives more than we're trying to live our own lives.
Yeah, exactly.
We look at social media, we look at conferences, we read magazines, and we think this is the way to be. But your way is your way.
Yeah.
It's not. Every person is different. They have like a different biochemical individuality, different personalities, different energy structures. And it's much more like, Hippocrates says this, the father of modern medicine, by the way. He said, it is so much more important to find out about the man with the disease rather than the disease that caught the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to understand you. Maybe you cannot do 5 kilometers. Can you do like 100 steps? Just start somewhere. And if you don't do it, 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. 80% of your efforts will come from like 20%. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, exactly. And it is, I say this to my clients also. And I also, when I'm trying to help my clients reframe things, because they're like, oh, well, somebody else wouldn't think that way. And I'm like, yes, but what do you think? What do you really want? Who are you yourself? Because when you go to sleep at nighttime, when you wake up in the morning, that's who you're with, and that's what you're living with, and that's who you're working on. So why are you working on somebody else or everything else outside of self? Really work on self, because in the end, it's all about you. It is actually all about you.
You're the only person.
You're the only
your
person.
Best friend.
Yeah, you're your best friend. Exactly. It starts there. Okay, so I'm going to ask some more biohacking and success specifically. Okay.